Chapter
NK
921, All Are Family.
So Fong and the group left the camp, closed the big gate and clipped a fallen leaf as a sign.
Let's go.
He waved, leading them along the stream. Wild thing, follow closely, do not run around.
Van Han bent down to remind. Tea. The beast cried softly and stuck by So Fong's side.
It is obedient, only the bad habit of breaking furniture cannot change. Lu Waimong sighed, recalling when it chewed a chair leg.
If it looked cuter, it would be better. No Tin Noyet teased with a laugh. Actually, if its fur was groomed, it would not be ugly. Lu Waimong murmured. Ha 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 ha. They all laughed. Tea. The beast wagged its tail, walking beside So Fong. So Fong, which beach shall we go to this time? Van Han asked gently. To the largest one, didn't you want clams?
So Fong stroked her head tenderly.
All right.
She smiled brightly.
Nantan Nok asked, must we really stay 2 days at the shore? Yes.
She answered softly. They walked downstream, reaching the beach as the sun lowered, 2 hours before dark.
The sea roared, waves hitting rocks spraying foam. Ocean, I am here.
Nan Nu Nok shouted, set down her basket, rolled pants, and ran to the sand. Be careful, shells may cut your feet.
Tan Nok warned. I know. Nu Nok waved back, sister, come quickly. All right.
Tan Nok replied, glancing back at So Fong's group.
If you need help, call me.
She then ran after her sister.
The air feels so fresh.
Lu Waimong inhaled as the wind lifted her hair.
Let me help.
She drew her knife and set her basket down. I will go gather dry grass and palm leaves with Sister Thursday.
Van Han said. Yes.
Thursday held her hand and they walked into the woods.
Do not go far, be careful. So Fong warned. All right.
He smiled, then called, Tan Nok, Nu Nok, you two find ingredients for dinner.
No problem.
Tan Nok shouted back, already collecting seaweed in small shells.
Come, let's build the frame first. So Fong gestured. Then what about us? No Tin Noyet asked. Collect driftwood, I saw many branches over there. He pointed. All right, leave it to us. She pulled Tay Vai Din along.
The group divided tasks, working busily until they built shelter before night.
It was an A-frame hut, larger to fit 8 people. Will this be enough food? The sisters returned with a sack. Let me see.
Lu Waimong opened it, spilling seaweed, clams, oysters, crabs, and mussels.
Wow, you gathered so much in such short time. She exclaimed. There was still more. Nu Nok scratched her head. This will feed us.
Van Han smiled, placing the food in 3 iron pots to wash.
I will help you. Lu Waimong carried 1 pot.
They set the pots on fire, boiling seafood with wild herbs, mushrooms, and salted meat.
Tea. The beast squatted, staring at the pots. Don't look, you cannot eat this.
So Fong gave it salted meat instead.
Tea. It ate happily.
The pots bubbled, crabs turned red.
It is ready. Van Han lifted the pot. I will not be polite. Lu Waimong grabbed a crab and peeled it.
Hee, we are family, no need for politeness.
She laughed. Yes, all are family, no need for formality. Van Han smiled sweetly. Am I also family? Nu Nok asked shyly. Of course. So Fong patted her head. Truly. Van Han put a crab in her bowl. Hee. Nu Nok beamed happily. Chapter 922, Human-Powered Carousel. After eating well, do you want to do something?
Lu Waimong stood up and stretched, her graceful posture drawing someone's gaze.
Ahem, it is dark everywhere at night, what can we do?
Van Han coughed softly and spoke. So Fong lowered his gaze, forcing himself to focus on the fire.
Let me think. Lu Waimong frowned, circling the group. Stop walking around, you are making me dizzy. Lu Wai Thursday rubbed her temples, annoyed. Hee, sister, why so grumpy?
Lu Waimong stopped, laughing as she hugged her sister's shoulder.
Nothing. Lu Wai Thursday rolled her eyes at her sister. When did her lively nature ever become calm? This is boring. Lu Waimong pouted and sat down. After eating, it is better to rest, we can play tomorrow.
No Tin Noyet smiled gently. Resting is fine, but the long night makes it hard to sleep.
Lu Waimong sighed theatrically. Lu Waimong was speechless, then retorted. Anyway, it is still better than your flat bottom.
I told you before, squatting and horse stance help lift your shape.
So Fong smiled. I understand. Lu Wai Thursday nodded, recalling his advice, though she had become lazy after a while. Haha, sister, try harder, maybe in 2 or 3 years you will be kevya than me. Lu Waimong teased. Lu Wai Thursday squinted at her sister as if to warn her. This is dull talk, how about a carousel? So Fong's black eyes lit up, thinking of something fun. Ha! A carousel? Everyone was stunned. How could there be a carousel on this deserted island? So Fong, do you mean to build one yourself?
No Tin Noyet blinked.
You are not joking? Nan Nu Nok asked softly, though she wanted to ride it. Not joking, I mean a human-powered carousel.
So Fong smirked, showing his muscular arms.
A human-powered carousel?
The girls were dumbfounded.
Soon you will know.
So Fong stood up, grabbed an axe, and walked into the forest.
So Fong, where are you going? Van Han asked. To chop wood, I will return soon, do not worry. He replied without looking back. How can you chop wood in the dark?
Lu Waimong muttered, then quickly grabbed a torch and chased after him.
Be careful. Van Han reminded.
Soon the sound of chopping echoed. After a while, So Fong and Lu Waimong carried logs as thick as arms.
Using these logs to make a carousel? Van Han grew more puzzled. Yes, give me half an hour.
So Fong replied casually and began working.
He chopped 6 short logs half a meter long, tied 4 together into a flat piece.
He also made a swing.
Are you making a swing or a carousel? No Tin Noyet asked. Both. So Fong smiled and kept working.
He walked to the sand, drew a circle 1 meter in diameter, dug a trench around it, leaving a mound in the middle.
Done.
He threw the shovel aside, clapped his hands in satisfaction.
What is this?
Lu Waimong whispered, confused.
You will understand soon.
So Fong placed the swing on the mound, spreading his arms like a scale.
Ah, I get it.
Lu Waimong exclaimed, running over.
It is really a human-powered carousel.
No Tin Noyet said in surprise.
Another person, Van Han, come here. So Fong signaled. Will this not tire you out? Van Han worried.
It is fine, unless you two together weigh 1,000 pounds.
So Fong joked. That is impossible. Lu Waimong pouted, grabbing the swing, laughing. Let me go first. Go. So Fong released his left hand. Lu Waimong held the rope, shouting.
Van Han, come, let us try together.
Coming. Van Han climbed onto the mound. Sit and hold tight. So Fong instructed. Is it really safe? Van Han was still anxious. Do not worry, trust me. He reassured. All right. Van Han swallowed, sat carefully, and gripped the rope. Hold tight, you will soon fly. So Fong warned. I am ready. Lu Waimong answered eagerly. Yes, be careful, do not fool around. Van Han reminded. Is this really safe? Nan Nunak asked nervously, though excitement showed on her face. Chapter 923, The Human-Powered Carousel. Move.
Lu Yiming shouted excitedly, her feet slowly leaving the sand pile, her body suspended, unconsciously gripping the rope in her hand.
Ah ah. Yun Han cried out, not knowing if it was fear or excitement. If you are scared or cannot endure, then speak up.
Su Feng reminded, then began to spin, his right foot as pivot, left foot moving to guide his body around.
Oh ho!
Lu Yiming exclaimed again, her palms sweating, her whole body spinning clockwise with the rope. Her figure also left the sand pile, floating above the trench, no longer stuck on sand, which was why Su Feng dug the trench.
So fast, so fast. Yun Han stammered.
Her palms sweated too, feeling a little afraid yet strangely delighted. It was the first time she rode such a carousel, not the same as on television, not proper, but still joyful.
Wow, this human-powered carousel is tough. Looks fun, I want to try.
I can do it too, if anyone wants to play, find me, only fair-skinned long-legged sisters.
That guy serious?
I am 1 meter 80, fair-skinned, long legs, but weigh 250 caddies.
Pfft, annoying. So, is it fun? Su Feng asked deeply. So cool, I don't want to stop. Lu Yimeng shouted. Very fun, just a little dizzy. Yun Han said innocently. Then rest a while.
Su Feng slowly stopped, setting the two girls down.
So thrilling. Lu Yimeng landed, face still unsatisfied. Who? Yun Han breathed lightly, cheeks flushed, breath rapid. I am fine, first time playing, I will get used to it. Yun Han smiled gently.
Su Feng held her wrist, then said softly, go drink water, play again later.
Yes, let sisters play first.
Yun Han said, then jumped down and returned to the fire. Let us try first, take turns.
Lu Yimeng said seriously, then followed back. All right, who is next? Su Feng looked at Wu Tingyue and the Nan sisters. Let Ruyu and Qingyu first. Lu Weishu said gently. Yes, let them go first.
Wu Tingyue agreed, her face eager.
Thank you, sisters. Nan Ruyu said shyly, truly wanting to play quickly.
You called me sister, of course you go first. Wu Tingyue covered her mouth, smiling.
Su Feng, are you tired, want to rest? Nan Qingyu asked worriedly. Not tired.
Su Feng smiled, two girls were nothing.
Good then.
Nan Qingyu sighed in relief, pulling her sister across the trench onto the sand pile.
Sister on the left, I on the right.
Nan Ruyu said cheerfully, turning to grip the rope, back ready.
Nan Qingyu also prepared, still a little nervous. Hold tight, if scared, shout stop. Su Feng instructed. Okay.
The sisters replied together. Su Feng used strength to lift them, then spun, faster and faster.
Ah ah.
Nan Ruyu screamed, first in fear, then excitement, her voice more joyful. Nan Qingyu nervously closed her eyes, later opened a slit, then could not stop herself, shouting happily too.
Su Feng spun for several minutes, not stopping. Will Su Feng not get dizzy spinning so long? Wu Tingyue worried. Maybe not. Yun Han said uncertainly. Su Feng, put us down, don't tire yourself, let others try. Nan Qingyu staggered, dizzy, quickly shouted. Okay.
Su Feng answered, slowing down, he too slightly dizzy, though very little.
Hoo.
Her face flushed with excitement, under poor light the scar blurred, she looked beautiful, a flawed beauty.
Great, as many times as you want. Su Feng laughed. Thanks. Nan Ruyu said quickly.
Go down first, the sand pile must be rebuilt. Su Feng let go of the rope, sand underfoot had collapsed, loose by nature.
Let me help.
Nan Ruyu rolled sleeves, jumped down, piling sand. Haha, no need, I will use the shovel, much faster. Su Feng patted her head, lifting her onto the ground. In a few minutes, he rebuilt the pile, stomping tight to hold.
Good, who is next?
He turned, holding rope, looking at Wu Tingyue, Ji Whiting, and Lu Yishu.
Ah, sister, you dare not ride? No wonder before you refused to go to the park. Lu Yimeng exclaimed. All right, all right. Lu Yimeng covered her head.
Then we shall go.
Whiting.
Wu Tingyue pulled Ji Whiting, excitedly stepping up.
Sister Shu, it is very fun, try later. Nan Ruyu said brightly. All right. Lu Yishu took a breath, preparing.
On the other side, Wu Tingyue and Ji Whiting were lifted, one screamed, the other silent. Minutes later, their feet touched ground again.
Wu Tingyue's legs trembled, she leaned on Su Feng's shoulder, scolding, too thrilling. Chapter 924, Open the gift again. Are you still fine? So Feng asked with concern. Very good.
No Tin Noyet waved her hand, she had ridden cable cars before, this was nothing.
That is good then. So Feng exhaled, tilting his head, where is Vai Din? I am fine.
Te Vai Din shook her head, her face calm without fear or thrill.
Sister, it is your turn, try once.
Lu Waimong widened her eyes, nudging her sister with her shoulder.
Let So Feng rest first. Lu Wai Thursday's gaze wandered. No need, come. So Feng waved gently. Lu Wai Thursday's lips trembled, she hesitated then stepped over the gap onto the sand. Nu Nok, join too. So Feng smiled. Okay. Nan Nu Nok ran over happily.
Lu Wai Thursday sighed, imitating the others, she grabbed the rope and carefully sat down.
Sit steady, begin.
So Feng warned, then lifted both women and spun around.
Ah!
Lu Wai Thursday screamed, gripping tightly, closing her eyes in fear as sweat formed.
Sister, open your eyes, it is fun. Lu Waimong called by the fire. Okay.
Lu Wai Thursday answered, but never opened her eyes until it stopped. Minutes later her feet touched ground, her breath ragged, face pale.
Are you all right? You look pale. So Feng supported her. She shook her head, I am fine, I will not play again. Lu Waimong rushed, sister, your face is too pale, really fine? Okay, I hold you.
Lu Waimong supported her back to the fire.
Here, drink warm water. Van Han poured a cup. Thanks. Lu Wai Thursday gratefully drank, her face eased.
No Tin Noyet patted her back, it seems Wai Thursday is not suited for such games.
Yes, better not. Van Han nodded. Rest well, who still wants to try? So Feng asked. Me. Lu Waimong stood up. Me. Te Vai Din, expressionless, walked over. Then come up. So Feng pointed to the rope. He.
Lu Waimong sat left, Te Vai Din sat right. Soon both lifted off the ground spinning fast.
Unexpected that Vai Din likes it too.
No Tin Noyet said with a smile.
She never played before? Van Han asked curiously. Like that. Van Han nodded.
This time So Feng spun for 5 minutes, even he felt dizzy.
It is fine, only a bit dizzy. He massaged his temple, soon eased. Do not play more, enough today. Van Han shouted. Got it. He picked the rope and walked outside. Tired? Drink some warm water. Van Han handed a cup. Okay. He smiled, took it. So refreshing. Lu Waimong sat and fixed her hair. Nan Nu Not blushed, it was too hard for So Feng. It is fine. He smiled, it is exercise. Only you can, others cannot hold too. Lu Y Thursday sighed. Ha ha. He laughed, others lifting too is hard. He asked, bored already? No, my heart beats fast. Lu Y Mong shook her head, face red. Ha, your sister was not like that. He smiled bitterly. I am fine, much better. Lu Y Thursday admitted shyly. Then sleep early, tomorrow we can watch sunrise. He urged. Okay, call me up. Nan Nu Nok responded, took things to wash at the stream. Nu Nok, wait me. Nan Ton Nok followed with a torch. After half an hour, all washed and lay down. So Fawn, not sleeping? Van Han asked. Okay, do not stay late, it is unhealthy. She advised. NK Books. Got it. He smiled, added wood to the fire. She looked at his back, then lay down closer to leave him space. Tea. The beast lay at his feet, yawning before sleep. Time passed, stars filled the sky, the moon shone full. Ah! Suddenly the simulation screen appeared, glowing day 17. Then the cold machine voice sounded, clearing his mind. Ding! Marked 7 days, gained 1 primary gift pack. Ah, time to open gifts again. His eyes lit up, he stretched and walked to the shore. Open the gift. He ordered silently. At once, 3 reminders sounded. Ding! Chapter 925, Small Animal Protection Association. Ding! Memory Development +1. Ding! 108 Wine Formula Gift Pack. Ding! Or Exploration Experience Gift Pack. Each reminder sound of the system lifted So Fong's spirit. All good stuff. He smiled, then gave the order in his mind, open the gift pack. Ding! Memory Development +1. The next moment, he suddenly sat down, clenching his teeth to endure the sharp pain rushing in. Though still not used to the pain of memory growth, he knew how to handle it, just grit his teeth and endure. No one knew how long it lasted, until the stabbing pain finally faded away. Hoo. He exhaled deeply, stood up slowly, sweat soaking his hair. Though painful, the benefits are clear. He murmured, realizing his thoughts became much lighter. Standing by the shore, letting the sea breeze blow, he continued the order, open the 108 Wine Formula Gift Pack. Ding! Transmission of the 108 Wine Formula Gift Pack. He gritted his teeth, time passed, after about 10 minutes, the headache faded again. Hoo. He sighed, finally absorbing the knowledge. The name matched 108 wine recipes, including fruit wine, flower wine, spirits, beer, medicinal liquor, some complex, some simple. So complete. He smiled, before he only had brewing experience, now with recipes, maybe he could make money in the city. He withdrew the smile, then ordered, open the last gift pack. Ding! Transmission of the Intermediate or Exploration Experience Gift Pack. As expected, the pain returned, he just endured. Knowledge flooded in, covering various ores and their traits, far more than the beginner pack, even new ones he had never heard of. Hoo. He breathed deeply, calming himself. Ha. He laughed bitterly, checking briefly, but found it useless for now, unlike the other packs which showed clear benefits. Better than nothing. He muttered, heading to the water source. Splash. He crouched down, washed his face, then half-kneeled, immersing his head to wash away sweat. Splash. Really, you want to wash your hair without a towel? A scolding voice came from behind, his movement froze, he slowly turned. The girl had woken, holding a towel, glaring at him. Lower your head. She rolled her eyes, do you want me to tiptoe to rub your head? I cannot reach. He laughed softly, bent his head, gently asked, did you just wake up? No, just happened to wake.
she replied, drying his wet hair carefully.
I am fine, do not worry, he said softly. Then be careful next time. His face still carried a smile.
She pinched his cheek, scolding, How many times have you said this already?
Ha, forgot again. He chuckled.
He stared at her face, his dark eyes unwavering.
What is it? She asked, blushing, snapping, Why are you staring? Looking at you, so beautiful. He answered unconsciously. Her face turned redder, wanting to look down.
Then his hand lifted her chin, warm lips pressed against hers.
Mum.
Her eyes widened, meeting his smiling dark gaze, yet she did not resist. Inside the room, many workers still on night shift abroad, it was daytime there.
Wow, kissing again, makes me jealous.
So envious, I am stuck on night duty, you two are so sweet, too unfair.
This dog food is too much, but I will swallow it anyway.
Please stop torturing us, protect us singles.
Is this the Animal Protection Association? Evidence of online dog abuse right here. After a while, they parted. So Fong looked at the shy girl, holding back his thoughts. Ahem, I will sleep first, you too. Her face red, she threw the towel at him, then ran out. Ha ha. He removed the towel, chuckled, and lightly walked back to the fire.
The girl was already lying down, facing Lu Weimong, slowly closing her eyes, cheeks still red.
Still so shy.
He smiled, then sat by the fire to dry his hair. He added more wood, then carefully lay down beside her in their shelter. Before he could speak, she turned, familiarly hugging him.
Like an octopus, resting her head on his chest. Sleep. He patted her back, wrapping his arm around her waist to keep her safe through the night. Chapter 926, What is this? Ah.
So Fong grinned, first one up, his biological clock woke him right on time.
Van Han, do you want to watch the sunrise?
He whispered gently at the girl's ear.
MHM.
Van Han barely opened her eyes, then closed them again, clearly unwilling.
All right, sleep a bit more then.
So Fong stepped out softly, moved to Nan Nu Nok, lightly nudged her shoulder.
MHM. Nan Nu Nok frowned, slowly opened her eyes, asked sleepily, What is it? Didn't you say you want to see the sunrise, time to get up? So Fong lowered his voice. All right. Nan Nu Nok nodded drowsily, crawled up, and casually woke her sister. From the side came a small voice, not calling the others up.
They've seen it many times, let them sleep more. So Fong stretched as he answered.
Okay. Nan Nu Nok agreed, stretching with him. I'll boil some water.
Nan Ton Nok took the iron pot to the stream. When he came back, the sun was brighter, the sea shining, soft rays falling on the sand, bathing three people. She widened her eyes to watch the sunrise. Nan Ton Nok set the pot on the fire, came to his sister, sighed, still so beautiful.
Yes, even better than on the mountain. Nan Nu Nok nodded.
She turned to So Fong, suddenly blushed, stammered, So Fong, why did you undress?
I'm going to dive. So Fong replied, stripping off clothes, wearing only a cloth. Ah, you want to dive? Nan Nu Nok exclaimed.
Yes, I'll tell Van Han later, so she won't worry.
So Fong nodded, tied a sack to his waist, walked to the sea. Wait, morning sea is cold. Nan Ton Nok quickly said. It's fine. So Fong waved, stepped into the sea, then dove deep. He'll be okay? Nan Nu Nok worried. May he return safe. She clasped hands, praying.
Nan Ton Nok looked at her, sighed, went back to tend the fire. Soon, he dove again, surfacing every 6 or 7 minutes to breathe.
The sun rose higher, warming the air. He went diving. Nan Nu Nok turned back. Van Han startled, How long? About half an hour. Nan Nu Nok hurriedly explained, Just surfaced a few minutes ago, then, down again.
Really, never stays put. Van Han pouted, stepped on the sand, letting waves hit her feet.
Nan Nunak held her hand. He asked me to tell you not to worry. I won't worry. Van Han huffed. Nunak, help me bring some logs back.
Nan Ta Nok called.
All right. Nan Nunak answered, leaving Van Han, followed her sister.
Soon, So Fong's head appeared. He waved.
Come up now, too long already. Van Han shouted. Okay, I'll come. So Fong replied, swam ashore. Ah. Lu Waimong yawned, muttered, So Fong dived again? Ah. Sunrise already past?
Nguo Tin Noyet wobbled up, the sea breeze woke her fully.
Splash.
So Fong pushed forward, water at chest, step by step on shore.
Are you okay? Van Han handed towel and clothes. I'm fine, it felt good.
So Fong removed the sack, dropped it on the sand, inside something struggled.
Dry your hair, then change clothes. Van Han urged softly. Yes. So Fong wiped his hair, then took clothes into the woods, carrying his loot.
In the room, viewers flooded with comments.
Disgusting, I'm not short on data, hurry show the scene.
Though reluctant, So Fong's body looks good, better than hundreds of models. That one is a true master, confirmed. Van Han watched him go, then squatted to untie the sack. Inside were countless shells, plus some abalone, sea cucumbers, pearls.
Ah, also starfish.
Van Han's eyes lit up, she lifted it to check.
Can this be eaten? Lu Waimong asked. Not sure, I've never eaten, but So Fong brought it, so maybe. Van Han uncertain. Starfish is edible. Nguo Tin Noyet came, she had tried it before, though taste not special. Then we'll cook it later.
Van Han put it back, kept searching.
Anything else? Nguo Tin Noyet curious.
Let me see, abalone, sea cucumber, starfish.
Ah, what is this? Chapter 927, Eel Rice? What?
No Tin Noyet curiously stepped closer to see clearly.
Looks like an eel.
Van Han's bright eyes lit up, she lifted the sack and moved a few steps on the sand to keep it from escaping.
An eel?
The girl's eyes also brightened, they could not help but swallow.
Yes, it is an eel, and a rather large one.
Lu Wai Thursday said while twisting the sack's mouth twice, letting the seafood inside show before everyone.
Not bad, let's see how to cook it.
No Tin Noyet was interested.
What are you doing?
At that moment So Fong returned from washing clothes.
Let Van Han handle this. So Fong chuckled.
The eel was caught by accident, he had planned to pick sea cucumbers from a rock crevice, but suddenly an eel rushed out and slipped right into the sack. It was a white man fish about 4 or 5 spans long, also called windman or greenman. This species is small, average weight 250 to 500 grams, length 300 to 450 millimeters, largest up to 1.3 meters. They live near the coast or at river mouths.
Let me do it.
Van Han cheerfully said, taking the sack to the stream to clean the seafood for breakfast.
I will help you. Lu Waimong eagerly followed. Over 10 minutes later, the Nan sisters carried back tied logs. So, how is it? So Fong asked. Let's spar. Tay Vai Din posed to attack. All right, warning practice it is.
So Fong smirked, beckoning her.
Swish. Sand flew, Tay Vai Din dashed at him like lightning, punching at his face. He calmly sidestepped, grabbing her arm. She frowned, tried to break free, then pushed with both legs against his waist. Judo, huh?
So Fong sneered, twisted, broke the lock and threw her onto the sand.
Bang. Tay Vai Din froze in surprise. Are you okay? He reached a hand. I am fine.
She regained herself, let him pull her up.
Continue. He stepped back. Good.
She dusted her hands, lunged again. The drone filmed it all.
NK Books. The goddess is truly strong, like a different person.
Still, she was beaten by So Fong. What a shame for martial artists.
I will go next, just watch.
Ignore her, Huin Noyet Island is not open for idlers.
Time passed slowly, nearly an hour. So Fong, Vi Din, stop sparring, wash up for breakfast. Van Han called. Okay. He blocked a kick while replying. That's enough for today, he said softly. Good. She was drenched in sweat, but satisfied.
They washed at the stream and returned. 3 iron pots bubbled by the fire, 1 seafood soup, 1 stewed meat, and 1 pot with eel, abalone, and sea cucumber, fragrant like Buddha jumps over the wall.
Smells so good. Nan Nu Nok inhaled deeply, impatient with her chopsticks. Here.
Van Han handed chopsticks to So Fong and Tay Vi Din.
Careful with bones. No Tin Noyet reminded.
She tasted a piece of eel, her eyes lit, nodding.
Delicious.
I did not know how to cook eel, just stewed it together.
Van Han was shy. So tasty.
Nan Nu Nok's eyes sparkled.
Good then. Van Han was relieved, her first time cooking eel without tradition, yet tasty.
Very good, delicious.
So Fong gave a thumbs up. With rice, it could be eel rice. Van Han sighed, remembering the cooking video, easy but no rice. Only over 70 days left, endure a bit. So Fong comforted. Then in the city, we can eat anything. Hee, no need to endure, life here is fine.
Lu Waimong's mouth was full of eel, but everyone understood.
Yes, only more than 2 months left, still a bit reluctant.
Nan Nu Nok agreed, she liked such life, free of ridicule.
Feels like survival now. Lu Wai Thursday murmured. Yes, after 73 days, all ends. Nan Tan Nok sighed. How many people left on the island? Nan Nu Nok wondered. Who knows?
No Tin Noyet glanced at the drone.
So few? Lu Waimong widened eyes.
Yes, Tin Noyet said 6 teams remain.
So Fong lowered his voice. You just exposed us?
No Tin Noyet forced a smile.
So we are top 3? Nan Tan Nok excited. It has always been us. So Fong was confident. Even if 2 other teams remain, they are not our match. Hee, so confident, handsome one. Lu Waimong teased. Chapter 928, Seal Oil.
So Fong blushed, being encouraged like that made him shy.
Ahem.
He coughed twice, clipped a piece of eel meat for Lu Waimong, then paused and fed her another piece to restore her lips. After half an hour, they finished breakfast and went back to work, this time boiling seawater for salt again, which consumed more fuel.
The Nan sisters and the Lu sisters dug trenches, the girl and No Tin Noyet boiled seawater, while So Fong and Tay Vi Din went to the distant beach to explore.
Tay Vi Din's quiet nature made the atmosphere subtle and too silent, only the sound of waves.
Well.
So Fong searched for words but did not know what to say. Tay Vi Din tilted her head at him, still silent.
She kept looking ahead, stepping forward.
The drone filmed this scene, the viewers flooded the chat. Haha, So Fong met goddesses but has no way.
Now I know,
they came to Huin Noyet Island only to train.
What else do you think, they miss So Fong?
Ahem, honestly I did think that, he is rare and attractive. They walked silently, after more than 10 minutes around the cliff, the scenery made them stop.
Seems this trip is worth it.
So Fong smiled, behind the cliff was a large coconut forest, bigger than before, and seals sunbathing on the beach.
Seals? Seals? Tay Vi Din frowned, not sure what they were. Haha, they are seals. So Fong gently said. Seals are mammals, shaped like drops, limbs evolved into fins, good swimmers. There are 11 species known, spread worldwide, mostly in Antarctica. Are they different?
Taviden frowned. To her, seals and sea lions looked the same. Of course, seals and sea lions belong to the same family, but seals are not sea lions.
So Fong explained.
They differ in taxonomy, body, and appearance, such as ears, spots, and hair.
Some seals have spots, sea lions do not. Seals look like only ears.
Taviden nodded. Whether she listened only she knew.
Come, let us see.
So Fong turned toward the coconut forest, not disturbing the seals.
Can they be eaten? Taviden asked.
Why, she pressed.
But they have seal oil.
Taviden said softly.
Seal oil? So Fong frowned, recalled, then asked, do you want to eat? Seal oil is taken from fat, contains omega-3, precious fatty acid, anti-inflammation, lowers fat, relaxes vessels. It also has EPA called vessel cleaner, good for stroke, paralysis. Also DHA and DPA, DHA called golden brain, vital for brain and vision.
Some species are already extinct.
Taviden paused, then shook her head. I do not need, but Van Han and Nunak may. They do not. So Fong shook head, nutrition is enough.
But seal oil reminded him to cook supplements to improve body, vision, hearing, smell. He had formulas, but herbs were rare.
Good.
Taviden's eyes flickered, then she walked on. Cold face, kind heart.
So Fong smiled and followed. The coconut forest was near. After a few steps they entered. Check if there are coconut crabs. So Fong said and walked deeper. Taviden followed, alert and curious. There are coconut crabs. Soon So Fong caught one, then 2, 3, 4. He put them on the sand, clapped, and said, Vidin, look at the crabs, I will climb for coconuts. Okay. Taviden replied, using palm branches to block crabs. So Fong climbed the tree, took coconuts down. Enough to drink. He muttered, picked one up, said, let us go back. Okay. Taviden replied, picking the tide crabs, turned back. Chapter 929, Leave or Stay. The sun hung high at noon.
In the northern part of Huin Noyet Island, inside a cave, Tran Shi Hai and He Xiong were having lunch.
No meat again.
Tran Shi Hai stirred the pot of wild greens with wooden chopsticks, bored.
Gurgle.
His stomach protested, forcing him to shove greens into his mouth. Nearly 10 days without meat, this morning's hunt was fruitless again.
SSS, slippery.
He Xiong kept a straight face, chewing the greens.
Tran Shi Hai squinted and asked, so tasty? Not tasty, but I am too hungry. He Xiong replied.
Tran Shi Hai twitched his mouth, chewing the bitter greens.
Suddenly he whispered, shall we check on So Fong?
He Xiong froze, then looked at him.
Don't look at me, Zhao brothers said we should verify. If So Fong is that strong, we are wasting effort. And maybe there is meat there. As you wish.
He Xiong muttered, he was just hired muscle, so he obeyed.
In truth, no explanation was needed, an order would suffice. Then it's settled, after eating we depart.
Tran Shi Hai smiled. For some reason, he wanted He Xiong's opinion this time. He Xiong kept silent, he thought of suggesting tomorrow, but held back.
Over 10 minutes later, after packing their bedding and pot, they left the cave, heading to the hill. Hope we don't meet red wolves.
Tran Shi Hai muttered, the route passed bamboo forest, wide grassland, then low hills. He Xiong remained quiet, it would take about 4 days to reach the Zhao brothers' place.
Want to die early, fine. He Xiong glanced. I don't, my goddess is waiting. Tran Shi Hai groaned. Goddess? He Xiong puzzled. Nah. He cut branches blocking the path. Who is your goddess? Tran Shi Hai pressed. No one. He Xiong calmly said. Impossible, everyone has a goddess. Tran Shi Hai insisted.
He Xiong pursed his lips, resisting the urge to swat this buzzing fly, quick in pace, forcing Tran Chi to chase.
Elsewhere, father and son of the Zhang family fared no better. Father, let's return, it's late.
Zhang Zhe looked at the sky. It was afternoon, nearly 4 hours to reach camp. Today's hunt, like others, was empty, traps yielded nothing.
Father, you said the same yesterday. Zhang Zhe sighed. Did I? Zhang Quan blushed.
Yes, not just yesterday, but also the day before and 3 days before.
Zhang Zhe added while carrying an axe. Zhang Quan's lips twitched, angry. Brat, already impatient? Here we go again.
Zhang Zhe muttered, knowing father's words were useless. After a while, Zhang Quan sighed, if we don't return, we must sleep outside tonight. Zhang Zhe frowned, unable to argue.
Father, why not leave the swamp, find somewhere else, staying here is pointless. He suggested. Leave? Where? Zhang Quan stopped, staring at him.
Anywhere is better, half a month here, not even one pheasant.
Zhang Zhe said firmly. No pheasants, but wild boars. Zhang Quan coldly replied. Didn't we agree not to mention boars? Zhang Zhe's face darkened. Did you forget days ago? Days ago, ignoring his advice, they hunted boars. The result, chased by boars, only escaped when they fell into swamp. Fine, no mention, but your disdain angers me. Zhang Quan snapped, twisting his son's ear hard. Mercy, father, don't embarrass me. Zhang Zhe grimaced, never dared resist. So what?
Zhang Quan said coldly.
Zhang Zhe blurted, lose face, then no wife later. Makes sense. Zhang Quan thought and let go. Father, why so harsh? Mother will beat you. Zhang Zhe groaned. Say more? Zhang Quan threatened, inwardly worried his wife might know. Cough, I was wrong. Zhang Zhe quickly admitted. Go on. Zhang Quan lifted his chin. Chapter 930, add me a share? Leaving this place, where exactly do you want to go? Zhang Quan glared at his son. Let's go east, we should head east.
Zhang Zhe calmed down and fabricated, according to the rule that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, the east receives light earliest, so resources there must be good.
That makes sense.
Zhang Quan nodded in agreement, then added, since we didn't catch wild boars, we should go east, there is no need to wait here anymore. Zhang Zhe felt helpless. It turned out his father still thought about those wild boars.
Wait a moment.
Zhang Zhe hurriedly chased after, shouting, even if we leave, it should be in 2 more days. Prepare food for the journey just in case.
Zhang Zhe explained patiently, better to get ready for any accident. Makes sense.
Zhang Quan nodded again, stopped and said, then we will return tomorrow, tonight we camp outside, see if we can find food.
Zhang Zhe's mouth twitched, was this not hitting his own foot?
Hurry, this way, maybe we can find food.
Zhang Quan urged.
On the other side, Su Feng and the girls were playing by the beach. The girls had changed into swimsuits, swimming in the shallow sea. Take this, golden mountain of water.
Liao Yimeng shouted playfully, splashing water at her sister. Splash! Liao Yichu's mouth trembled, unable to dodge, she got water right in the face. Pa! NK books.
She spat out seawater that entered her mouth, then pounced at her younger sister.
Ah, spare me! Liao Yimeng cried, swimming away quickly. Liao Yimeng, stop right there. Liao Yichu shouted angrily. Be careful, if too tired then come ashore, beware cramps.
Su Feng half lay on the sand, letting the sea wash his feet. After returning from the coconut forest, he told them about the seal, then led them to watch until late afternoon before coming back.
Su Feng, are we really returning tomorrow?
Yun Han came ashore, sitting by him.
Maybe we can stay 2 more days.
Su Feng patted her head, removing a strand of seaweed. Yun Han shook her head, gently said, better we go back, otherwise the wild rabbits will have nothing to eat.
Don't worry, hay is enough for 3 or 4 days.
Su Feng gently replied. Let's return, at the beach we can't do other things.
Yun Han innocently said. Okay, I'll listen.
Su Feng lay on the sand, waves washing his legs.
Su Feng, come swim. Wu Qing you called. Coming. Su Feng sat up, turned to ask, are you still swimming? No, skin is too tanned, I'll drink some water. Yun Han said softly, standing up. Alright, don't wander around. Su Feng reminded. Want some water too? Yun Han asked. No. Su Feng waved his hand, then stepped into the sea.
The girls were preparing dinner. Soon Liao Yimeng with wet hair came to help.
What's for dinner?
She asked, rubbing her hands.
Coconut crabs, plus fish soup and meat stew. Yun Han happily said.
The fish were caught by Su Feng, for sea fish, enough for one meal. Liao Yimeng rolled up sleeves, smiled, I'll cook the stew, you make the fish soup, it will taste better.
All right. Yun Han answered gently, they divided tasks and got busy. Need help?
The Nan sisters walked barefoot to the fire, sitting down.
No need, very simple.
Yun Han replied. She put fish and taro into the iron pot, preparing soup.
She casually asked, where is Su Feng? Still bathing.
Wu Qingyu answered. She returned with Jia Weiting and Liao Yichu. Yun Han looked towards the small stream nearby.
Don't worry, a man has no problem. Liao Yimeng said playfully. Yun Han's face reddened. She turned to pick ginger for the pot.
She then processed coconut crabs, placed a pot on fire, cleaned and added them, poured water to boil. Over 10 minutes later, Su Feng returned, hair dripping, sat down.
Dry your hair, the sea wind is strong, be careful of headaches. Yun Han gently scolded.
By now night fell, stars filled the sky, sea wind stronger.
Okay. Su Feng laughed, wiping his hair.
Strange, feels colder.
Wu Chengyu
rubbed her arms, moved closer to fire.
Could it be seasonal wind change? Liao Yimeng wondered.
No, only wind. Su Feng shook head. He had checked the sky, no rain tonight, just monsoon making it colder.
That's good. Liao Yimeng sighed, not wanting to get wet again.
Su Feng smiled bitterly, thinking he had many suitable jobs, but most he still wished to start his own business. He was not lacking work now. No, Su Feng said when back in the city he will join me to start business.
Liao Yimeng innocently said. Ah? Really? The girls all looked at him. Yes. Su Feng nodded. Count me too.
Nan Qingyu raised hand.
Yes, Qingyu too. Su Feng nodded again. What business, tell me.
Wu Qingyu nudged him.
Ahem, secret for now, only know it's legal.
Su Feng coughed, seriously said, how to operate, must win competition to know.
So mysterious.
Yun Han pouted, she didn't know what he planned.
Then let me join a share too? Wu Qingyu asked, glaring. Don't you all already not lack money?
Su Feng smiled bitterly.
Chapter 931, The Cruelty of a Woman's Heart. Who would dislike having more money?
No Tin Noyet frowned slightly, her voice low.
But money is not the most important thing. Then what is the most important? So Feng was taken aback. Nonsense, of course it is you.
No Tin Noyet smiled meaningfully. Lu Waimong widened her eyes, blurting out.
Tin Noyet, do you also like So Feng?
Right after, she froze, then squinted with doubt. What were you just about to say, who else is there?
No, only Van Han. Lu Waimong blinked evasively, not daring to look at the others. What?
Van Han's pretty face turned red, she lowered her head shyly.
Ahem, let us get back on track. So Feng coughed softly, feeling the topic was drifting.
I mean, I value you as a person, I feel you will achieve greatness in the future, so I want to hold on tightly early.
No Tin Noyet whispered. Yes.
Taevaidin nodded, she agreed, even by martial arts alone, So Fong's future would not be simple.
Thanks for your blessing. So Fong smiled, surprised by such an answer.
Lu Waimong sighed in relief, murmuring.
Scared me, I thought Tin Noyet wanted to steal my man. What did you say? Lu Wai Thursday tilted her head. Nothing.
Lu Waimong quickly shook her head, then changed the subject.
Breakfast is almost ready, take out the bowls and chopsticks. All right. Nan Nunak replied, standing up to fetch them, rinsing quickly with clean water, then passing them out. Soon after, dinner began steaming hot.
On the beach came praises, followed by laughter as they shared food. Burp Lu Waimong rubbed her belly, the coconut water all gone.
Sister Mong,
NK
do you
books.
want more? Van Han held a coconut still half full. No, I cannot drink anymore.
Lu Waimong shook her head, patting her swollen belly. After breakfast it is still early, we can go see another place. So Fong added wood to the fire.
Ah, exploring a new place? Lu Waimong brightened. Yes, I want to follow the stream into the forest.
So Fong replied with a smile. Lu Waimong said seriously. Then tomorrow let us go earlier.
It depends on when you all get up.
So Fong said gently.
Fine, tomorrow I will wake you first. So Fong smirked, silently setting his inner clock, planning to wake as the sun rose. Deal.
Lu Waimong said firmly.
Of course. So Fong laughed. Let me sleep longer, call me at breakfast.
No Tin Noyet said quietly.
Same. Taevaidin said calmly. Me too, leave breakfast to you.
Lu Wai Thursday said to her sister.
Annoying, everyone wants to sleep in. Lu Waimong pouted. Ha ha ha.
So Fong laughed. In truth, the girls woke up only minutes apart. Since they slept early at night, they woke early too.
Wanna play throwing people? Let So Fong throw you away. Lu Wai Thursday said coolly. Sister, I just realized you were so cruel.
Lu Waimong shivered, pretending.
Too late. Lu Wai Thursday answered.
Lu Waimong grumbled.
The cruelest is a woman's heart, that means you.
Lu Wai Thursday's lips twitched, speechless.
Ha 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 ha. Everyone burst out laughing, even Taevaidin smiled. I go first, is Van Han joining?
Lu Waimong raised her hand. Lu Wai Thursday frowned, why not call her first? I will not play, I just ate too much. Van Han shook her head, So Fong had kept giving her food.
Then who will? Lu Waimong asked. Sister Thursday. Nan Nu Nok said innocently.
Lu Waimong waved her hand.
She cannot play, she will really vomit. Lu Wai Thursday opened her mouth, unable to deny it, since it was true. Then me. Nan Nu Nok stood up excitedly. Come on.
So Fong stood ready on the sand.
The two ran over, soon cries of surprise echoed. No Tin Noyet and the others joined in.
Time passed, the next morning the sun rose slowly over the sea.
No.
So Fong frowned, slowly opening his eyes, his inner clock waking him.
Ah, he yawned, glancing at the girl asleep in his arms, watching quietly.
As sunlight entered, he gently laid her down, stretched, and got up.
Waimong, wake up.
He reached to shake Lu Waimong, let me sleep more. She mumbled, burying her face in her sister's arm. So Fong smiled bitterly, was she not the one who said to rise early? Lu Waimong stayed asleep, but Nan Tan Nok woke.
Morning.
She rubbed her eyes.
Morning. So Fong answered warmly. Sister Mong not awake yet?
Nan Tan Nok giggled. Let her sleep. So Fong waved, then went to wash by the stream, knowing he would cook breakfast today. Over an hour later, Lu Waimong sniffed the smell, opened her eyes, and sat up. So Fong was busy by the fire, 3 iron pots boiling.
Why did you not wake me?
She put on shoes and stepped out.
I did, you said to sleep more.
He shrugged helplessly.
Chapter 932, King of Vegetables.
Of course, that is why I let you sleep. So Fong said gently. Lu Waimong half closed her eyes and said doubtfully, I feel you are making things up, saying nonsense.
Ha ha. So Fong laughed helplessly and teased, Are you reciting all the idioms? No, I know many more.
Lu Waimong rolled her eyes.
When So Fong called you, I heard it all. Lu Wai Thursday's voice came from behind. I cannot open my eyes.
Lu Wai Thursday blushed, she remembered, but her eyes could not open.
Actually, I just wanted to sleep in. Lu Waimong whispered. Yes. Lu Wai Thursday coughed lightly to admit. No, next time you must drag me up.
Lu Waimong said seriously.
And if you still cannot get up, then what? So Fong asked with a smile. Then.
Lu Waimong frowned, thinking.
Just hit once, that is fine. Lu Wai Thursday said while washing her face. Not a bad idea.
So Fong smiled teasingly.
Yes, not impossible.
Lu Waimong's eyes flickered, then she turned to chase her sister to the stream.
Ha! So Fong was stunned, not understanding her words. Ahem, I heard everything.
No Tin Noyet appeared and patted his shoulder.
Ah? What?
So Fong looked at her, strangely guilty.
Do not pretend.
No Tin Noyet smiled knowingly.
Again?
So Fong twitched his mouth, confused.
What? Is there something on my face? Van Han asked curiously, wiping her face. Nothing, wash quickly and then have breakfast.
So Fong said gently. A while later, everyone sat with clay bowls to eat breakfast.
Yes. So Fong nodded.
Van Han pressed her lips, worried but silent.
Do not worry, safety is most important. So Fong patted her head, he knew her well. Yes, that is good. Van Han smiled and picked food for him. Half an hour later, at about 8 o'clock, they left with bamboo baskets. So Fong led them upstream. After half an hour he turned into the forest. Crack!
He swung his hatchet cutting branches and vines.
Sister Mong, why do you seem strange today? Van Han asked doubtfully.
She is just shy.
No Tin Noyet teased. Probably bashful. Lu Wai Thursday glanced at her sister. What? Nan Nu Nok was also curious. Nothing.
Lu Waimong quickly covered her sister's mouth.
Mum. Lu Wai Thursday frowned angrily. No Tin Noyet laughed and glanced at So Fong. Cough, ahead seems something good.
So Fong cleared his throat.
What? Lu Waimong focused.
A large patch of green plants appeared, each with leaves the size of fists, resembling strange fruits. They hurried forward and stopped before the plants. It was a leafy plant with bud-like growths in the center, not sure fruit or flower.
Looks familiar, maybe seen in supermarket. No Tin Noyet thought. Artichoke.
Tay Vai Din said softly.
Artichoke, also called globe thistle or lotus blend, is a perennial herb of the daisy family.
It is a valuable nutritious vegetable, honored abroad as king of vegetables.
How to eat? Leaves or flower bud?
Lu Waimong asked with interest.
Eat the bud part. So Fong said. Cut the rest off, should not be hard. Lu Waimong cut the artichoke with a knife. Not only edible, it is precious.
So Fong said gently, it is called king of vegetables.
King of vegetables? Such a big title. Van Han said surprised. So?
The girls asked. It has antioxidants, anti-aging, anti-tumor, lowers pressure and supports kidneys.
So Fong said, already seeing their eyes shine. As expected, their eyes lit up. So many benefits, cannot waste, cut all and take back.
No Tin Noyet rolled sleeves and helped.
Antioxidant and anti-aging too. Lu Wai Thursday could not resist, uprooting an artichoke to plant. Women. So Fong laughed helplessly.
In fact, artichokes also treat digestion issues, constipation, protect heart arteries.
Regular eating protects liver kidneys, increases detoxability. Viewers watching commented lively.
Stop, go supermarket by now, such good stuff cannot wait.
Full, I ordered 20 Gene. Already.
I bought a whole cart, my wife will be pleased. Before brothers, must show off, bring home plenty.
Out of the way, let me wake him. Ha ha. Chapter 933, The Banana Passion Fruit. You knock, behind you there is another root, cut it and take it. Lu Wai Mong pointed and spoke. All right.
Nan Yunak turned, indeed behind the bush was an artichoke.
Here are some that are still small, dig them up to plant.
Van Han said cheerfully. She lifted leaves and found young sprouts.
Dig with soil together, so survival is higher. Lu Wai Thursday reminded. Soon, the girl's bamboo basket was more than half full. Pa pa pa. She clapped her hands, laughing. Done. Let's go ahead, maybe more. So Fong lifted the basket. So Fong, let me carry it. Van Han said. No need, let's move. So Fong held her hand and walked forward. So domineering.
Van Han muttered, but her lips smiled sweetly, steps lighter.
The girls behind exchanged looks, eyes knowing. So Fong, how do we eat this artichoke? No Tin Noyet asked. Ah? Sister Tin Noyet never tasted it? Lu Wai Mong exclaimed. True. She laughed with her. Just boil in water, about 10 minutes and ready. So Fong smiled. He looked at the basket, 8 people could finish it in one meal. So Fong, will we get lost this way? Lu Wai Thursday worried, forest was not like stream path, easy to lose direction. No, big white guides.
So Fong looked up, a black shadow circled above.
Ah, big white cane when?
Lu Wai Mong surprised.
Always there, you just didn't notice.
So Fong replied softly.
Good then. Lu Wai Thursday eased. And the reckless one here, even wolves or tigers not feared.
So Fong glanced at the buzzcut pup following close. They went deeper, straight path, big white solved direction. Stream path was winding, forest shorter but needed clearing vines, still could find new things. Many times they paused for herbs, more than 2 hours passed.
Ah, what fruit is that? Van Han exclaimed. Ahead vines bore golden fruits like mango and banana. New banana species? Or mango? Nan Yu not curious.
Careful, may be poison. Nan Tan Nok pulled her sister.
Right. Nan Yu Nok recalled last trip with So Fong, many toxic plants. I don't know. Lu Wai Thursday shook head, looked at So Fong. But he knows. Passiflora tarminiana? Strange name. No Tin Noyet said. So, banana spirit or passion fruit? Lu Wai Mong asked seriously. Your head is twisted. Lu Wai Thursday glared. Van Han's eyes lit, she asked. So, these are passion fruits? Yes, a type of passion fruit. So Fong nodded. Passiflora tarminiana ripe yellow, shaped like banana or mango, juicy sweet pulp, aroma mixed banana, orange, mango. High nutrition, used for cocktails, desserts, ice cream, drinks. With sun, fruit year-round, frost hardy, easy to grow. Today harvest is good.
No Tin Noyet picked one, smelled, swallowed saliva.
Taste it. So Fong said warmly. All right.
She peeled,
NK
revealed
books.
golden pulp, similar to normal passion fruit but deeper. She ate, frowned, then relaxed, eyes shone.
Delicious, sour, and sweet.
She picked another, gave So Fong.
Taste. Yes, much sweeter than normal passion fruit. So Fong ate, fruit aroma filled mouth. Yes, Vi didn't taste too. No Tin Noyet offered. I want to. Lu Waimong opened mouth. Here. She fed the last piece. Mum. Lu Waimong chewed, nodding. First time eating passion fruit so sweet, with banana and mango aroma. With cream would be perfect. No Tin Noyet said. Stop, I'm drooling. Van Han scolded playfully. Chapter 934, Bat Ma-on. We can prepare the food tonight. Su Fong said with a laugh. Yes, of course. Lu Waimong pursed her lips and quickly nodded. The girls all went to help, soon picking all the ripe passion fruits, leaving only a few green ones for another time. Turn the leaves carefully, they may hide there. Lu Waimong reminded. Nan Tan Nok whispered. No, I already checked from above. They harvested many fruits, filling a bamboo basket. The golden color was mouth-watering. Let's go on. Suo Fong spoke gently. You go first, my sister and I will carry the basket. Lu Waimong said cheerfully, motioning her sister to take the rope. I can help too, give me one side. Nan Tan Nok said sincerely. No need, passion fruits are light. Lu Waimong waved, she and her sister easily lifted the basket. Really fine? Van Han asked, wanting to help. It's fine, don't worry. Lu Wai Thursday replied with ease. Thanks for your effort. Su Fong said softly, the basket was not heavy, even one could carry it, especially the strong sisters. Van Han laughed. If you get tired, we will take turns. Okay. The sisters responded. The group continued, Suo Fong and the girl went ahead, followed by the sisters with No Tin Noyet and Nan Nu Nok, with Tay Vai Din and Nan Tan Nok at the back. They walked and rested. Suo Fong also collected herbs, some useful for cooking. Time passed, the sun leaned west, less than an hour before dark. Still not there? Van Han held tightly Suo Fong's hand. Lu Wai Thursday whispered. It's nearly dark, we must hurry. Is it familiar? Van Han looked around, it seemed so but she could not recall. No Tin Noyet asked. You mean we have been here before? Yes, ahead is the monkey forest. Suo Fong nodded. Ah, then it is true, we are near. Lu Waimong's eyes shone. Yes, go and see. Suo Fong led the girl forward. After about 15 minutes, shrill monkey cries rang out, chilling. Seems we are right. Van Han sighed in relief. Come on, I will make them pay. No Tin Noyet gripped Lu Waimong's bow, ready to use as a stick. No matter, we move on, the brute is here. Suo Fong patted the girl's head, leading the group. The girls hurried behind, alert to every sound. Chi-chi-a-a. The cries came closer, almost beside them. Tea-tea. The brute called too, wary. Su Fong. Van Han grew tense. It is fine. Suo Fong replied calmly. Not far, leaves shook, monkeys watched from treetops. Tea-tea. The brute cried. Bat Ma-on, do not tease us. Lu Waimong waved her fist. Chi-chi-a-a. Suo Fong, they want our fruits. Lu Waimong grew nervous, monkeys stared at the bamboo basket. It is fine, move on. Su Fong waved. Give me the artichokes. Nan Tan Nok said stepping up. Okay.
Suo Fong agreed, freeing his hands. They walked, but within 100 meters, monkeys attacked.
Chi-chi-a-a. 7 or 8 monkeys leaped down, rushing the baskets. Ah, get away.
Lu Waimong turned, kicking to chase them.
Careful, don't get bitten.
Suo Fong warned, wild bites were dangerous.
Yes.
The girls replied.
Move aside. No Tin Noyet swung the bow, pushing monkeys away. Get lost.
Suo Fong's face turned cold, he kicked one flying.
Do not take my artichokes. Nantan Nok hugged her basket, dodging fast. Tea.
The brute grew fierce, biting the fallen monkeys.
Chi-chi-a-a.
I do not want monkey meat, get lost.
Suo Fong's voice was icy, shooting a monkey down into bushes. Tea.
The brute continued fierce, driving monkeys off.
Finally quiet.
No Tin Noyet sighed, sweat soaking her palm.
Go quickly. Lu Waimong urged. Yes, go now. Van Han pulled Suo Fong.
Tap tap tap. The girls hurried after.
Tea.
The brute still bared teeth at monkeys.
Come. Suo Fong called, it followed.
Nearly an hour later, the sound of flowing water came, a short walk more and the familiar shelter appeared.
Here, we made it. Lu Waimong exhaled, rushing to open the door. Creak creak. Big White descended, its guiding task complete. Chapter 935, Only eat this one piece. So tired, let's sit first then talk.
Lu Waimong put down the bamboo basket, then sat heavily on the lounge chair, half lying without wanting to move.
I am tired too.
No Tin Noyet also
NK
sat,
books.
resting her head on Lu Waimong's lap.
You all rest, I will prepare dinner first. Van Han said gently.
She was a bit shy. Along the way she had been pulled by So Fong's hand, and later carried by the Lu sisters and So Fong.
You should rest too, dinner can be cooked later.
So Fong put his hand on the girl's shoulder, pressing her to sit.
I am not tired. Van Han said innocently. Not tired? Your legs are shaking.
So Fong poked her thigh, the trembling obvious.
This. Van Han blushed, eyes darting for an excuse. Don't force yourself, we are not strangers.
So Fong squatted, untying her water boots to let them breathe.
Yes, no rush, dinner can wait.
No Tin Noyet smiled kindly.
So Fong.
Her voice was like a mosquito.
What is it? He looked up. Does it smell?
Van Han tried to pull back her foot, but he held on.
Listen and you will know. He smiled, reaching forward. No. She dodged, holding her breath.
He laughed softly, don't worry, no smell.
Really? Her face burned. All right, rest now.
He clapped his hands, taking the basket upstairs.
So caring. No Tin Noyet teased with a wink.
Sister Tin Noyet, please don't tease me.
Van Han lowered her head shyly. Ha ha ha. No Tin Noyet laughed. Tay Vai Din soon carried her basket upstairs. Bang.
A small branch flew from the window, falling on the fence. It was Mauka's leftover food, leaves wilted.
That scared me.
No Tin Noyet held her chest. Inside, So Fong lit the fire, brightening the room.
They really like you. Tay Vai Din said. I don't know why. He chuckled.
In truth, he knew it was from last month's system gift pack, which had a skill to make animals friendlier.
What to cook for dinner? He pondered by the shelf.
Tay Vai Din sat quietly, not skilled in cooking.
Let's do meat, simple. He decided, handling salted meat. So Fong, are you cooking tonight? The Nan sisters entered, hanging their bows and knives. Yes, I am. He replied. Do you need help?
Nan Nu Nok rolled up her sleeves. Wash the artichokes, don't peel, just rinse with spring water,
he said warmly. How many?
Her eyes sparkled.
1 each, wash 8, no more, he answered. So few, won't it be too little? He smiled. Enough, not too much is best. All right.
She obediently carried the basket downstairs.
Step, step, step.
Soon she returned with others.
I am not tired, he laughed. First take out the ice, later we will eat cream. He changed the topic. Okay. Van Han swallowed, taking out the special ice block. Do you need me to help? Lu Waimong asked. Make fire, he replied, glad for help. Of course, I've been making fire 30 years. She joked, feeding wood into the stove. I am not that bad. She glared. Ha ha ha. He laughed, placing a big pot of water. Give me that. He took the basket, dropped artichokes in. Ah, cook them directly? She asked curiously. Yes, about 10 minutes. He added salt, covered. Will it taste good? She doubted, thinking it like boiled cabbage. You will see. He smiled mysteriously, continuing with stew. Besides stew, there were wild greens, salad, seafood soup, and stir-fry. Let me make the salad. No Tin Noyet tied her hair. Go ahead, he replied. After half an hour, dinner was ready. They sat around the wooden table. I can't wait, let's taste the artichokes. Lu Waimong eagerly grabbed one. She froze, looking at him. How to eat, bite it whole or peel? I thought you knew. No Tin Noyet smiled. He took one, plucked a leaf, pointing to the tiny white flesh. No, the way abroad, only eat this part. What, just this bit? Lu Waimong widened her eyes, the piece smaller than a nail. Chapter 936, Grape Harvest. That's right, most ordinary people only eat this one piece. So Fong peeled a leaf and stuffed it into his mouth, biting the white flesh. Lu Waimong was speechless for a while before commenting, this is way too little. No Tin Noyet looked at the artichoke bowl, smiled bitterly and said, indeed too little, one piece is not enough to fill my teeth. This part cannot be eaten? Nan Tan Nok pointed at the peeled leaf and asked. Crunch. Nan Tan Nok also stuffed it into her mouth and chewed, then frowned. Her face showed an indescribable look. Sister, what does it taste like? Nan Nu Nok asked curiously. Nan Tan Nok said with difficulty, indescribable flavor. Is it very bad? Van Han, curious, also broke a piece of artichoke and put it in her mouth. Not bad, just a little strange. Nan Tan Nok commented, but the white part is really tasty. Yes, the white part is delicious. Van Han nodded, regretting, just too little. Always feels like a waste. Lu Wai Thursday sighed, an artichoke larger than a fist yet edible part not even 1/10. That is why it is precious. No Tin Noyet held the artichoke and kept breaking leaves to eat. Can the leftover heart be eaten? Van Han tilted her head to ask. So Fong gently said, yes, save it and cook with kudzu tomorrow. Yes, then it will not be wasted. Van Han said innocently. If I had known the tasty part was so little, I would have cooked more. Lu Waimong muttered. Save some for later meals. So Fong smiled, if all ate fully, those artichokes would not last many meals. Nan's sisters cleaned the dishes, no Tin Noyet wiped the wooden table clean. Mahjong? She looked at the girl and So Fong. Let's play. Van Han happily responded. Early the next morning, a new day began. Ha! Van Han stretched and yawned in the yard. She carried her washing things to the stream, sat down, scooped water with a clay pot to wash her face. Clatter, clatter. Then she rinsed her mouth and spat.
In the garden corner, near the thorn fence, some grapevines bore fruit.
Each grape was plump, skin covered with white bloom.
She put down her things, rolled up pants, waded across the stream, picked a grape, peeled and tasted it.
Very sweet, not sour.
Her eyes brightened, she spat the seed, picked 2 more to eat. She restrained herself, praising, so sweet, first time eating such grapes.
Viewers watching live flooded comments. I am drooling, later I must go to the supermarket. Am I the only one finding it strange?
Grapes from sowing to ripe, so short, not even half a year.
Grapes don't usually ripen this fast?
As a grape farmer, I tell you, this cycle is shortened by more than half. Pick 2 bunches to eat first. Van Han returned to take basket and knife, then cut the 2 largest bunches.
She washed them in the stream, occasionally eating some.
Very sweet. Her eyes filled with joy. After carefully washing, she let them dry, brought them back to the wooden house, placed them on the table to prepare breakfast.
Aha! Van Han, did you pick these grapes? Lu Waimong held 1 grape ready to eat. I picked them.
Sister Mong, you have not brushed teeth yet.
Van Han answered, then akimbo. Just eat.
Lu Waimong stuffed the grape, turned away, mumbling, very sweet.
Really, not even brushed teeth. Van Han pouted.
Lu Waimong carried her things downstairs.
What are you talking about?
No Tin Noyet and the Nan sisters got up, dressed neatly.
I picked some grapes. Van Han gently answered. What? Grapes ripe already?
No Tin Noyet, surprised, hurried to the table.
Yes, and very sweet, later you can taste. Van Han took leftover artichoke heart, prepared to cook with kudzu.
She remembered, quickly reminded, brush teeth before eating grapes, and don't eat too many, still need breakfast.
Got it. No Tin Noyet, embarrassed, put grape back in basket. Nan's sisters glanced and went downstairs to wash.
Soon, Lu Waimong returned, put things away, sat on chair eating grapes. She spat seeds.
Praised, so sweet, sweeter than supermarket grapes.
Sister Mong, don't eat too many, or later cannot eat breakfast.
Van Han gently reminded.
She spat seeds, sighed, sweet indeed, but if no seeds it would be better.
Clatter clatter.
On the horizon appeared a black p, growing larger with rotor sound. So Fong stopped rinsing, frowned, looked, the black dot became clear.
What is it? Lu Wai Thursday asked suspiciously, her gaze followed his. Helicopter?
Tai Vai Din stood up, eyes narrowed, ears caught rotor sound.
Chapter 937, Voi Mai Tuet.
The black spot in the sky came closer until its shape became clear.
A helicopter? Lu Wai Thursday stood up and muttered, is someone eliminated again? What is that sound?
The wooden window opened, and Lu Waimong poked her head out. It is the sound of a helicopter. The Nan sisters excitedly ran downstairs, holding several large grapes.
What is happening? Van Han also looked out curiously. Nan Nu Nok guessed, could it be the true brothers who left today?
No, so Fong said with their body's condition, they should already be dead by now. Nan Tan Nok shook her head.
Lu Waimong was startled, then cried, look, the helicopter is flying lower, is it coming here?
Under everyone's gaze, the helicopter's form became clearer, descending lower toward the camp.
Is another documentary team coming? Van Han frowned. Let's go down and check.
Lu Waimong stuffed grapes into her mouth and left the window.
Yes, let's check.
Van Han carried the iron pot from the stove and followed.
Could it be Anna? Lu Wai Thursday guessed. Who is Anna? Nan Tan Nok asked curiously. She is a reporter I told you about. So Fong explained, also curious about this arrival. Thump thump thump.
Whir whir whir.
TSS ah. The blades stirred fallen leaves and dust, making the brute alert.
So Fong frowned and covered his mouth.
Bang! The helicopter landed. Luckily the yard was wide enough. Van Han held No Tin Noyet's hand and asked, "Sister Tin Noyet, are they here to take you back?" "Impossible."
No Tin Noyet shook her head. If it were true they would have called first.
Lu Waimong guessed, "Then are they here for Sister Vi Din?" "Definitely not, no one would take Vi Din." No Tin Noyet answered for her. "Stop guessing, we'll know soon."
So Fong said softly.
The women quieted, nervous inside. Creak! The helicopter door opened, showing shiny black shoes reflecting sunlight. Then a man in a black suit with slick hair stepped out. He bowed and gestured like a bodyguard.
This scene made Vi Din and No Tin Noyet frown, clearly unusual.
"What kind of place is this? Why so hot?" A female voice spoke, harsh and unpleasant. That voice is familiar.
Vi Din's face darkened. A white hand reached out, resting on the man's shoulder, and its owner appeared.
NK Books.
It was a tall, slim woman in black sportswear, long straight black hair hanging loose. Her figure was good, her looks decent, but compared to No Tin Noyet and the others she fell short. Especially her high nose and pointed chin looked artificial.
"Voi my tuet."
Vi Din lifted her chin and murmured.
So Fong frowned and asked, "Vi Din, you know her?" "Yes, a minor figure not worth mentioning." Vi Din replied. "Miss, what's your step?"
A male voice came from the cabin, soon its owner also appeared.
"A chin, I am not that weak."
Voi my tuet said coldly.
"Yes, miss." The man bowed.
"Tin Noyet, you have gained weight." Another woman stepped down, hair tied in a bun, wearing a dark gray waterproof jacket and hiking boots. Unlike the first, she looked plain, without makeup, not even lipstick.
"Sister Ngu, why are you here?"
No Tin Noyet muttered. The person she least wanted to see appeared.
"Of course, because I miss you." Sister Ngu ran over quickly. "TSS TSS." The brute bared its teeth, ready to leap. "I don't believe you."
No Tin Noyet laughed and still hugged Sister Ngu.
"Scolding me as soon as we meet, be careful or you lose your rice bowl." "I am not afraid, it is my duty." Sister Ngu laughed. "Miss, please pay attention to safety." The suited man advised Mai Tuet, then unloaded 2 large alloy trunks. "I know, go back and tell the old man I am safe." Mai Tuet waved coldly. "All right." The man nodded and boarded again. Knock knock knock. "So, what is going on?" "No explanation?"
Lu Wai Thursday frowned, the staff left without a word. So Fong observed Mai Tuet and a chin, noticing they watched the camp.
"This place is too shabby, and I have to stay 2 months?" Mai Tuet complained. She stepped in white sneakers, muttering, "Unbelievable, what was the old man thinking?" "It is indeed shabby." A chin nodded. So Fong silently guessed their purpose. "You are So Fong? You look more handsome in person." Mai Tuet finally looked at him. Chapter 938, Smash Her Mouth? "Thank you, but for some reason when I hear your encouragement, I don't feel happy." Suwa Fong spoke calmly. "How are you going to talk to Miss Thoi?"
A Zheng frowned and asked seriously.
Question mark.
Suwa Fong raised his brow, the corner of his lips curling in interest.
"Shouldn't you give us an explanation?" Lu Wai Thursday stepped forward. Mai Tuet raised her chin and frowned. "Explanation? Didn't the program team tell you?"
Nan Tan Nok fell silent, since just now even the staff did not appear, and the helicopter had flown away.
No Tin Noyet released Sister Nyo's hand and asked seriously, "Sister Nyo, what is going on?" Stop, just listening already gives me a headache."
No Tin Noyet quickly covered Sister Nyo's mouth.
"People compared to people, it makes one furious."
Lu Waimong muttered through clenched lips.
No Tin Noyet pouted, signaling Mai Tuet, "Wait, I only want to know what you came for." I also don't know, we were just arranged to come together.
Sister Neo shook her head helplessly. On the plane I asked, but the other side ignored me, that arrogant nose.
So such a big temper?
No Tin Noyet frowned.
Since the program team said nothing, then let me tell you, a Zhang.
Voi Mai Tuet clapped her hands.
Yes, miss. A Zhang replied flatly, my lady is the daughter of the Loi family, this time she came to learn martial arts, she needs you to teach her, once mastered she will pay 110,000 yuan. Again to learn martial arts. Van Han held tightly onto Suo Fong's hand. Now do you understand?
Voi Mai Tuet tilted her head up at Suo Fong.
Your nose looks fine, but the nostrils are too big.
Lu Waimong crossed her arms and commented. For some reason, hearing Noi Mai Tuet's voice already made her angry, especially her gaze and posture, which were insufferable.
You?
Voi Mai Tuet's face turned cold. It was the first time someone dared criticize her directly.
I have no interest, you should go.
Suo Fong stepped forward to block in front of Lu Waimong.
Knowing your place is good. What?
The joy froze on Noi Mai Tuet's face, wondering if she misheard. Suo Fong said he has no interest.
Van Han said clearly. 210,000 yuan.
Van Han subconsciously clenched her hand.
Sister, 210,000 yuan. Nan Nu Nok whispered. Calm down. Nan Ta Nok took a deep breath, this has nothing to do with us. That is true. Nan Nu Nok's eyes dimmed. No interest.
Suo Fong said coldly. No matter, then 310,000 yuan, the Doi family has money, if not 300 then 410,000, how about that? Voi Mai Tuet said confidently, not believing that such a price would not move him.
I said, no interest.
Suo Fong's face turned cold, do these people not understand words?
Suo Fong, 410,000 yuan. Van Han whispered. Pocket change. Suo Fong patted the girl's head. Fine then. Van Han's lips twitched, since when was 410,000 yuan pocket change in Suo Fong's eyes? Quite an attitude.
Voi Mai Tuet's face also turned cold.
Yours is not small either.
Te Vai Din walked to Suo Fong's side, staring coldly at Voi Mai Tuet.
Te Vai Din, you want to help him?
Voi Mai Tuet's eyes flickered with wariness, but her tone was still strong.
No need. Te Vai Din glanced at Suo Fong.
Voi Mai Tuet folded her arms and raised her tone. It seems you two are involved?
No. Te Vai Din's face turned cold.
Suo Fong coughed.
Ahem,
miss, if you came only to spread rumors, I suggest you go to the media company. I already said clearly, I came to learn martial arts, you must teach me.
Voi Mai Tuet frowned.
I also said clearly, I have no interest.
Suo Fong answered coldly.
Lu Waimong said, exactly, it is clear already, why cling on?
So angry, I really want to smash her mouth.
Lu Waimong clenched her fist, panting. No Tin Noyet held her tightly and whispered, don't act rashly, the Doi
family is not easy to provoke, they are a martial clan.
What Doi family, I don't care. Lu Waimong gnashed her teeth angrily. The Doi family has power, the waters are deep, without backing you better not meddle. No Tin Noyet said lowly. No Tin Noyet froze for a moment, unable to refute, also feeling touched by Lu Waimong.
We are friends.
Lu Waimong said firmly, retreating now would be dishonorable.
Are you not worried your family will be targeted outside?
No Tin Noyet pulled her hand.
Surely not, would they really be that shameless? Lu Waimong asked doubtfully.
No Tin Noyet said seriously, you think too simply, this matter is just small compared to what goes on, there are many circles you don't know.
Hopeless. No Tin Noyet shook her head. Waimong, let me handle it.
Suo Fong smiled gently.
But Lu Waimong hesitated. Trust Suo Fong.
Lu Wai Thursday held her sister's hand.
What is your decision? Voi Mai Tuet looked at Sua Fong. Please leave.
Sua Fong pointed to the thorn fence at the gate and said calmly, do not disturb our match.
You should be more polite.
A Zhang began to speak, but Voi Mai Tuet cut him off. She glanced at the drone and lowered her voice, this is live, don't speak recklessly.
Yes, miss. A Zhang answered respectfully, then looked coldly at Sua Fong.
Voi Mai Tuet said fearlessly, tell me, what condition would make you agree?
Chapter 939, Lin Luo. What condition?
So Fong narrowed his eyes, though busy he still looked leisurely at Voi Mai Tuet from head to toe. The eyes had better follow rules. A Chin's gaze was cold, stepping forward to block Voi Mai Tuet. So it is just a shameless lecher. Voi Mai Tuet's face was cold, she said flatly, rest assured, as long as I become stronger, once I leave this damned place, I will find some water spirits to serve you.
So Fong.
Van Han pulled his hand, her eyes warning. So Fong placed his hand on the girl's shoulder, calmly said, you misunderstood, what I meant was that nothing on you moves me, so I have no interest in teaching you.
You?
Voi Mai Tuet blushed, angered.
I think you want to die.
A Chin's face darkened, stepping forward to strike So Fong.
Come on. So Fong waved.
Voi Mai Tuet shouted coldly, a Chin, retreat.
But he.
A Chin blared.
What, my words no longer count?
Voi Mai Tuet lifted her chin, staring at him.
I dare not.
A Chin sighed, bowed, and stepped back behind her.
You go, do not disturb our contest. So Fong waved his hand and turned.
So Fong then said, because they are my friends.
Miss, they are not worthy.
A Chin stood straight, speaking calmly.
Voi Mai Tuet, it seems your dog was not well trained, shall I help teach it? Te Vai Din stepped forward with mocking tone. Te Vai Din, must you oppose me?
Voi Mai Tuet was wary, even a Chin behind her dared not argue.
You fail to understand human speech.
Te Vai Din twisted her neck with cracking sounds, continued, let me see if you improved. Do not act recklessly, unless you want the contest to end early.
Voi Mai Tuet stepped back, on guard. Are you threatening me?
Te Vai Din's eyes grew colder, forcing her to stop.
I only speak truth. Voi Mai Tuet replied lowly.
It seems old Voi lives too comfortably.
Te Vai Din for once spoke more. Today Vai Din talks a lot, was she always like this?
So Fong tilted his head. No, before she struck directly. No Tin Noyet spread her hands, surprised, this is my first time seeing her speak so much. Vai Din's sister hit her, pulled her hair, smash her face.
Lu Wai Mong whispered angrily. So Fong's mouth twitched, must it be so cruel? Leave or fight? Te Vai Din pressed with overwhelming aura. You really must defend him? Why? Voi Mai Tuet asked confused. He is my master. Te Vai Din answered, helping master clear troubles is normal. So Fong's mouth twitched again, master, what nonsense, when did he get a disciple? Fight then. Te Vai Din's face stayed cold, stepping forward again.
Stop, today ends here, but I will not let it go. Voi Mai Tuet retreated 2 steps, a Chin rushed to block, knowing his miss could not win.
Then please leave. Te Vai Din gestured to the exit.
So Fong, I hope you think carefully about my request, or you will regret later. Voi Mai Tuet gazed deeply at him, then turned away. A Chin silently glanced at So Fong, opened the barrier, waited for her to leave, then carried the chest away.
Threaten me? So Fong's face turned cold. Finally gone, truly hateful. Lu Wai Mong breathed in relief. Ignore them.
Te Vai Din shut the gate, blocking Voi Mai Tuet outside.
Will they do bad things, like burn the gate? Nan Nu Nok worried.
No, unless they want expulsion from Huin Noyet Island and pay breach fees.
No Tin Noyet affirmed. Breach fees?
So Fong asked surprised.
Yes, breach fees. Do you think you can come to win Noyet Island contest at will? No Tin Noyet explained, all must sign contracts. If obstructing the contest, then must pay compensation.
Ask Vi Din, she
NK
signed.
Books.
No Tin Noyet smiled.
Not much, only 200 million yuan. Tay Vi Din said indifferently. Hiss. All gasped, 200 million not much?
Do not be shocked, for Vi Din indeed not much. No Tin Noyet patted her head.
That number I dare not even dream. Lu Waimong clicked tongue. It is fine. Tay Vi Din was unconcerned. Good, let me introduce, this is my assistant, agent, driver, nanny. No Tin Noyet said. Hello, I am Lin Luo, call me Sister Nil, the next 2 months I will trouble you. The company will charge you. Lin Luo, embarrassed, spoke softly. Cough, small matter, just add chopsticks. Van Han's eyes lit, waved. Little money slave. So Fong laughed, rubbed her head. Welcome, welcome. Lu Waimong clapped, joked, you know who we are, right? Of course, I always watch live. You are Sister Lu Wai Thursday. Just joking, you are Lu Waimong's younger sister. Lin Luo sweated, then recognized each one. She held the girl's hand, praising, Van Han is even cuter in reality than on screen. Sister Nyo exaggerated. Van Han shyly bowed her head. Ha ha ha, let us go, prepare breakfast. So Fong laughed heartily. Chapter 940, Brewing Wine. Lin Luo stepped into the wooden cabin, looked around and said with surprise, it feels much more spacious inside. Sister Nyo, just sit down, I will prepare breakfast. Yun Han called, then went into the kitchen and placed the iron pot on the stove again. Do your work, do not mind me. Lin Luo replied politely. Wu Tingyue put a grape into her mouth and praised, try it, it is so sweet. So sweet. Lin Luo was surprised, this tasted much better than imported fruit. She could not help but pick 2 more grapes and put them in her mouth, but still reminded, Tingyue, this has too much sugar, eat less or you will gain weight. Oh come on, this is fruit. Wu Tingyue rolled her eyes, thinking about being reminded for 2 more months, she felt annoyed. Relax, eating that much will not make you fat, and it is still morning. So Fong smiled, although grapes are sweet, they are rich in vitamins, eating a few more will not matter, anyway it is not every day. See? Wu Tingyue proudly looked at Sister Nyo, then put more grapes in her mouth. Really? Lin Luo asked doubtfully. Of course, can So Fong lie? Wu Tingyue patted her chest and laughed, he is like an encyclopedia. All right then. Lin Luo nodded. The last one, for you. Wu Tingyue picked the last grape and stuffed it into Sister Nyo's mouth. So Fong, still unsatisfied, asked, Vi Din, what is that woman's background? So Fong stared, no more information. Tay Vi Din leaned aside and said calmly, do not worry, leave it to me. Ahem, I never agreed to take you as disciple. So Fong coughed awkwardly. Ha? So Fong twitched, not knowing how to answer. Having such a beautiful senior as disciple, others would beg for that. Lu Yimeng teased. Ha ha. So Fong smiled bitterly, mainly because Tay Vi Din's identity was too mysterious, involving great power. I will pick more grapes. So Fong took the basket and went downstairs. I will come. Lu Yimeng stood up. I also want to see. Lin Luo followed curiously. So many grapes. Lin Luo swallowed, looking at the plump clusters. Shall we pick them all? Lu Yimeng rolled her sleeves. Is it too much? We cannot finish them. Lu Yimeng counted the vines, few plants but plenty of fruit. Ah! Lin Luo and Lu Yimeng exclaimed together, you can brew wine? Of course, not difficult. So Fong laughed, surprised by their shock. But without yeast, we cannot make wine. Lin Luo said knowingly. That is not a problem.
So Fong answered, brewing does not always need yeast.
Then how will you do it? Lu Yimeng asked curiously.
After breakfast we talk, now we pick grapes first.
So Fong smiled mysteriously. Always mysterious.
Lu Yimeng made a funny face at him. Lin Luo covered her mouth, quietly looked at So Fong.
Ah. Nothing. Lin Luo turned away quickly. Really? Lu Yimeng asked.
I will walk elsewhere, to get used to the surroundings.
Lin Luo hurried away. Strange, could she be a spy sent by another force? Lu Yimeng guessed.
Do not worry, she should not be. So Fong watched Lin Luo leaving.
Alright, I hope I overthink. Lu Yimeng shrugged and continued picking grapes.
Elsewhere, near the upper stream outside the fence, Chui Meishuet and a Zhang stopped.
Miss Chui? A Zhang asked. Alright, camp here.
Chui Meishuet said softly, from here they could see the thorn fence, not too far and not too close.
Yes.
A Zhang replied, opened the big alloy case, took out rope, alloy frame, waterproof tent cloth, rope, hammer, nails, and other supplies. Be careful, do not lose anything, I do not want to pay 200 million yuan for breach of contract.
Chui Meishue warned.
Before coming, she had signed a contract with the show team, originally forbidden to bring such items, but thanks to strong connections she managed, with the condition that no contestant could touch them.
Yes, I will be careful. A Zhang answered.
Alright, start. Chui Meishue sat cross-legged on another case, glancing at the scenery, still nervous inside. A Zhang followed the manual and assembled the tent frame, spending over an hour to finish. It was a square tent over 2 meters each side,
NK
fixed
books.
at the four corners with ropes to prevent wind. Chui Meishue glanced and said coldly, too slow, go collect firewood, I am hungry.
Yes, miss, please rest in the tent. A Zhang said.
Faster.
Chui Meishue waved and entered the tent. Yes.
A Zhang took a deep breath, pulled out a sharp axe and went into the forest.
So hot. Chui Meishue sat inside, frowning and wiping sweat. Although waterproof, the tent was airtight, with the blazing sun outside, it was
NK
suffocating
books.
inside.